Well, I got something here. I got a Yamaha oil filter for you. Made by Denso, it looks like. I don't know what it's for. It could be for a skidoo. I'm not sure. Could be for a boat motor. Could be for a Yamaha motorcycle. I found it over in the oil recovery and I wanted to see. And I was like, I haven't done a Yamaha oil filter yet. I want to see how it's made. But then I noticed, oh, it's made by Denso. So of course it's made perfect. Well, I don't know. Denso isn't really make the most perfect, and they don't make the worst. And I would say they're closer to the top than the bottom. So let me take out the good old, at least I'm sure I haven't done a Denso. I gotta look back on my videos. If I did a Denso, then you guys will never know because I'll never have put out this video. But I am not sure. And this is gotta be, you know what, I'm leaving it in there. That has gotta be one of the best stuck in seals I've ever had on a filter. I just can't get that out. So, I didn't want this to be a long video, but that is a really nice seal. Like, I'm impressed already, darn it. It's already impressed me. I drilled a hole in the top of it and drained the oil out of her. So let's hope there's none in it. I am certainly hoping. And let's cut her open and see what we get. I'm hoping she's built as brilliant as I believe it will be. I still don't know. It's a boat motor, motorcycle. What else does Yamaha make? Skidoo? They make skidoos. What will be, what's the number of it? I didn't even say. It's a 5GH 13440-60. Oh, and by the way, it's made in Thailand. So, I just skipped through all of that, didn't I? I was just trying to do a nice quick video here on this small little Yamaha filter, which I'm sure is excellently made. Wow. Yeah, it's hot in the building today. The guy I work with turned the heat way up. I'm gonna have to turn it down. I'm starting to melt. And there we go. New cutting blade on the old cutter here today. So she's cutting through pretty nice. Looks like I did drain all the oil since there's none coming out like crazy. And here we go. 3 threads for the to hold the filter on. Oil looks like it was still actually pretty good shape. So I'm not sure if this was used on anything for strenuousness. There's no crud on the inside of the filter here, like most of the filters I take off my vehicles. Darn. But there are 8 holes that go around. Like I said, the sealing surface is excellent. What can I say? That's excellent. Great job, Yamaha and Denso. Here we go at the old, it's not. I think it is silicone. I think that's silicone. But, here we go. It's got the good old, here is the, that works fine. Cup, not strong, but not as weak as I've had other filters be. Denso, eh? This doesn't look like it was used terribly in bad use. It looks like they change the oil often in this vehicle. Everything looks very nice. I like these ones. Then I can just cut them across and then take them off. But I see here, see where the seal is here for the tube? It goes all the way through, and up here where it leaves a little gap. It's not a big deal with me too much in general, really. That's not a big deal with me. This went like this or that? This. because this sealing surface is long enough that it's going to seal down against here. It's not going to seal up against this part here. So it's not a big deal for me. This filter does not look like it was used for very long. But as you can see, she's got a weak tube on the inside. She compresses pretty good. Let's cut that off. Get my trusty filleting knife. Hopefully without cutting my hand off. Nah, it shouldn't. This thing cuts so beautifully. There we go. Serrated fishing knives for this is a must. I love using them. And we can pop out the tube. And yeah, the tube is pretty weak, so it pretty well crushes down pretty good. But let's do this. There's absolutely, let's check here. Let's see if I can, there is absolutely no metal or any type of particulates. New word, eh? Particle, oh, there, nope. Oh, look at all that glitter in there. I don't know if this was a break-in oil filter, because if it was, all that in there is good, because this oil, wow, look at all the, there's all sorts of metal down here too, where I was banging it and rolling. So yeah, there is quite a bit of metal on the inside of this filter. Yeah, she's covered in metal. So I guess there are particulates in the filter, isn't there? So let me try to get her stretched out here. So, but this isn't, look at, it's a lot of metal in there. Way more than there should be, but like I said, this could have been a break-in oil filter, which of course, yes, there will be metal in there as everything is joining together. Now, if it's doing that and it's already broken in and it's in a later stage, then there's going to be problems. But honestly, nothing got through this oil filter. This oil filter has no particulates, again, a good word, on the inside of this filter. They're all on the outside, so it did a great job on keeping the filter or the oil going through it clean, coming back into the engine. So I'd say this is a pretty good filter and made by Denso. I don't know if I would use it on anything. I don't own anything owned by Yamaha or anything, and my lawnmower just uses a typical lawnmower filter, and it doesn't use one of these. It uses a little filter. That's the only thing I got that runs with a little oil filter. But looks like it did its job. Oil, like I said, didn't look that old. But hopefully this was being used on an engine being broken in and is not destroyed now from all the metal that we found on this filter here. That's quite a bit. That's a lot of shavings in here, and that goes all the way through this filter, like everywhere. Oh, it's just tons of it. So hopefully this machine is still good and okay, but if it's not, then this filter though tried to do its best to keep everything safe. So that's the Yamaha made by Denso oil filter, and I'd say it did its job and it did it well. It's a well-made filter. Some things could be a little better. This tube is weak, but I think that makes up for this being very strong. It's a very strong filtration, and cup is a little thin, but not terrible. Like, I've felt better, and I felt a lot, like there's been a lot worse, so I'm not going to complain about this. It seems to be built very well. Everything here seems to be built very well. It's got 3 threads. I'd say this is a good filter for your light duty stuff, or your boat motors, or anything like that you have a Yamaha filter on. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll continue making videos, and hopefully you will enjoy them.